Is the game duck himself, Alex. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
I've got
How's it
all the
going?
light. I've got all the light shining on me. I meant to turn my light like down a bit, but it is
It's
full
like really
on.
bright.
It is busting bright.
Are we?
Busting.
Sorry. Are we
Are we
live?
live? I don't know. Are we live? Are we live on the right?
There we go. Yeah, I had to
Oh,
refresh.
okay.
I
Oh,
had to
okay.
refresh the.
Okay. I was like, wait, are we live? That's a good question. But yeah, we're live, 160 episodes deep, and today we're gonna be talking about Blue Protocol. Uh, Actually, it's been a while since we talked about it in like an update in terms of like we saw something. The last time I think it was uh, what award show? Game Awards? Yeah, Game Awards. We
Oh
had the
yeah,
last
it's when they
trailer.
announced that it was coming out in English, published by Amazon, right?
Yep, that was it. That was it. And then I was scrolling on YouTube yesterday, and Arcs Gaming, they always have great content. I always like to follow them. And I noticed that they put an update out about it, like, oh, and I thought it was going to be about the beta test, but which both of us did get into the upcoming closed beta test
Yeah, it's closed.
that
Yeah,
was delayed, I believe, from
it's
like
like from January.
from January. Yeah, still potentially delayed.
Still delayed.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, we both got in, so we're looking forward to playing it. We played the first beta, closed beta test, and that
I was
was
in.
fun.
Yeah, there was like two. I think there was like a total of three betas. I missed the first one actually. I didn't hear about it until afterwards. But we were both in the other two, I believe. After that,
Yeah, we were in the second, and the third one was just
third
like
beta. Yeah.
a day or something. It was like some
It was
weird
no. It was like a night. It was
night.
like
Yeah,
2-3 hours or something. But yeah.
it was that. So, we're gonna be talking about that today, and we're gonna be running the benchmark test that they came out with. So we download the software, and we'll be showing you all that. And I guess we'll try to make a character. The game is very anime art style, and if you've seen it, if you've seen like Scarlet Nexus or I don't want to call Code Vein Code Geass for some reason. It's the Code Vein. Those that similar art style, even Tails a little bit. It has a little artistic flair to it, but it's a nice looking upcoming, like I said, action MMORPG from Bandai Namco. I kept that somewhat short.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks good. I don't know. It's really anime. They did a really good. They actually did a talk like a while ago at like a dev talk, dev related, like not gaming, like media related, but like dev of like how they got their cutscenes to look like an anime. I mean, if you guys have played an Arc Sys Fighter, like Guilty Gear or whatever, like it's like that. It's like actually 3D, but it looks 2D. It's
It's
insane. It looks
basically
so
yeah.
good.
It's honestly, I would say even out of Tails and like we mentioned, Code Vein, like out of those two, even Scarlet Nexus, I think this
It
one
looks
is
really.
even
It looks
better.
really anime. Yeah.
It's even better, and maybe it's because there's less details on the characters or something, and there's
Yeah, I
more
would say
details
so.
around the world. So it's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I'd
yeah,
say so.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we're playing the trailer from the Game Awards right now, and this isn't 4K or anything like that. It's still, like I said, it looks great. And when we played were those cutscenes actually just anime cutscenes, or were they in-game
No,
models?
they were rendered. They were through 3D rendered.
Okay. I was trying to think if I had my footage from
Cause
back
like
then.
yeah, like I know why you would think that it would be animated, but like your character shows up in it, so there's
My
no
dude
way they
was
would.
half naked.
Yeah,
Yeah, my dude was half naked.
you didn't have any
With
equipment on you, or
No, I just chose to run around the world half naked, man. It was, kid was out
like
there.
yeah, but you like have worse stats if you do that.
Uh, Is there a transmog in this game? Well, maybe I just had
There
less
there
stats.
might be eventually, but yeah,
Maybe I was just running around naked then.
so you're just
Like,
with no armor.
no armor, just taking damage. But
Okay.
it's this game, we talked about it before on a previous episode, how long it's just been cooking. I mean, it's been cooking for a few years that we've known about it, and
Yeah, when was the last beta? Like 2020? 2020, right?
2020, yeah. It was probably, was it before pandemic or like right in the middle or something?
In the middle of the pandemic, I believe.
Yeah. And then honestly, it wouldn't be so bad if they wouldn't have just gone silent. They went
Yeah, they
radio
went
silent on
for
Twitter,
like a
anything
while, yeah.
it felt like a year. They put out the opening theme song for the thing, and then that was,
Yeah, who did it? Oh, who's the opening theme? It's like
was it
some big band, right?
It
Larkin
wasn't
Seal?
Gak too. Yeah, Larkin CL. Yes,
Yeah,
it
it's
was for
Larkin Seal,
Larkin
yeah.
CL's like 25th anniversary or whatever. Like they made the song, and it's like, oh, this is our 25th. Let's promote it, and then that was it. Went dark.
Yeah, so when they announced the theme song by Larkin Seal, I was like, whoa, this is it. Like we're gonna
Yeah.
get like the game, because it was the beta that we were in, and then the the theme song reveal, and I'm like, surely this is leading up to a full release, and then they were
Hmm.
silent for like a year, and I'm like, is the game alive? Like, what happened to it?
Yeah, yeah. And of course, the I don't know how much of the soundtrack Hiroyuki Sawano is actually doing. I know he does the opening, like the title song, but that's the guy who does the music for like Shingeki and a couple other like
Attack on Titan
yeah,
for
Attack on
you,
Titan.
yeah.
I don't know why I just called it yeah, Attack on Titan.
For you dubbers, yeah.
For you uncultured dubs
Oh
out
no.
there. Oh gosh, that's an episode title. You uncultured dubs.
That's a hot take, yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, like honestly, because we're just kind of jumping into it. This game, when we played it, it was kind of like this is Bandai Namco's first MMORPG, if I'm correct. I don't think they have one.
There's actually no, that's Capcom. Sorry, I'm thinking of Dragon's Dogma. That's Capcom, but yeah.
Yeah.
It might be their first MMO. Yeah, I remember hearing about this originally and then seeing that it was a Bandai Namco game, and I'm like, well, that's weird. Do they have a MMO studio? And I guess
they have like a
they made one.
And I guess it was part of the online initiative, and we've talked about this late last year when they kind of had an investors call about Gundam Evolution is part of this, and of course this game.
Oh my god, I forgot about that game. Holy shit!
I don't know if the Dragon Ball, what is that?
The Breakers?
The Breakers, if that was a part of it, but it's technically a live service game too. You know what I mean?
I hope not. That game is not doing very well. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Dragon Ball, like later on, we do have the trailer. We're gonna take a look at the Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Was it Tenkaichi 4? It came out of nowhere, bro. But
yeah. I thought it was a fake trailer, but we'll talk about it later. Yeah.
But what we're looking at now on screen, at least if you're here, is the actual this is actually like 4K or high def. This is actually what it looks like.
Well, we're not streaming in 4K to be clear, so
we're not.
It's 4K to Adrian, but it's not 4K to you. Yeah.
For everyone else, you're just looking at what was.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the game, like I said, it is one of those action RPGs, and that's what drew me to it. Honestly,
yeah.
The fact that it was an action RPG, they had all the classes. They actually have. Compared to 14 or anything, I think we were missing a class, right? There was no healer. There's no dedicated healer class.
There's no dedicated healer, correct? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the healer was just like the ranged mage.
Yeah. So I was playing as like an archer basically, and that was, I guess, the healing class because the abilities that the archer had was AOE healing, and that was the only way to get party healing essentially. So there's no dedicated like healer. So far, I think obviously the game is not even out yet, so. When it does come out, we'll have 3-4 classes at launch, and then as the game hopefully does well and we get some updates in the upcoming years, we'll maybe see an upcoming healer. But so far, correct, there's no dedicated healer. And it's probably by design. I think they want the game to be more action-y. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like you can solo the game. You know what I mean?
It does feel like it lends itself to being because there's a single player mode. Single player story.
Well, the story is single
scenes.
player. Yeah, the story is single.
So,
it's a lot like 14. If you play that, you can do the whole thing without talking to people if you really wanted to. You have to play with some people at times, but other than that, you don't need to make friends with anyone. So
yeah. So
can you in the beta you could solo the dungeons, correct?
You could, yeah, because I didn't have. I think we both soloed it first, and then we teamed up.
We did a dungeon later together, yeah. So you can solo. Yeah. I mean, at least in the beta. Obviously, the game's not out yet, but yeah, you could solo the dungeons if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess for skip for the classes, we got there's the fighter. What is this? Fighter, twin striker, blast archer, spellcaster, and heavy smasher. And you can customize, like you said, all the designs for your characters to make them look, for the most part, like your own little anime person.
Yeah.
With their character creator, which is something that they've tried to put a lot of effort into it, and we'll try to do a little bit later. But yeah, I mean, that is essentially an overall a rundown quickly of Blue Protocol. I think it's supposed to be coming out next year.
No, it's this year. I'm pretty sure.
Is it really going to be this year?
That's good. No, did they? They said no. They said this year. They said this year.
When they do this year,
they said spring. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they said spring of this year.
It's spring, bro. It's about to be spring.
Well, I mean, technically.
I mean, not the quarter.
I mean, you're on the website. You're on the website. Check the news or whatever. Maybe it's on the last trailer. Maybe it was in the Game Awards trailer, but I'm pretty sure they said this year.
because this is all. Hold up, let me check the Game Award trailer really quickly.
It'd be like at the very end of it or something like that. Yeah.
It's releasing globally next year from so it's sometime in 2023. And
For what is it is 2023 this year.
yeah. It says globally 2023, but in the trailer it just says coming. Yeah, coming in. Just coming 2023, at least for the trailer.
So sometime this year then, yeah. Basically.
Sometime this year, yeah.
That's
for all systems too.
To be fair though, this is a Game Awards trailer which was targeted towards the North American market.
Yes, it was.
Which is published by Amazon Games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, possibly the Japanese release would be. It's probably going to be the same date, but the Japanese release is going to be, I believe, self-published by Bandai Namco, correct?
I believe yes, that is correct. It's going to be Japan. I think that's the same way they did Lost Ark as well. So Lost Ark is published by Amazon abroad in terms of like it's using their servers and everything, and then in Japan or Korea,
Korea,
for Lost Ark, right? Korea. It's just their own deal, their own thing. So I think that's honestly Amazon might have found a good niche doing this by just being they have great servers, they support a lot of games through that, being just a way for games abroad to bring their MMOs over here or worldwide, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes with the North American release. I don't know. The service will be different, I presume. Yeah, so Amazon, so the English version will be on Amazon servers, and I think Japan will have Japan servers.
Right. At least for Lost Ark, that's how it was.
Yeah, I'm curious about how the update schedule will work. I'm not too familiar because I'm familiar with 14. Where
14 seems like it's fairly regular, and they have like really good communication.
Well, I mean, all the content comes out at the exact same time for all the servers. Period. Doesn't matter what language you play it in.
Okay.
But I don't know what this entails for Blue Protocol. I don't know if Lost Ark has a staggered release where Korea gets first and then English gets it later, slightly later, or is it day and date? I don't know.
Well, for Lost Ark, the whole deal was that game was already out in Korea. It'd been out for, I guess, a year or two. It's been out. So they were trying to catch up with content, and I don't know if they ever got caught up.
Officially caught up.
If they ever, officially caught up. This one is simultaneous. So unless we do find out that the, Japan release will be, X amount of months ahead or a year. In this case, it would have to be a year or something, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if they released day and date, all around the world, I mean, is it going to stay that way? Will Japan get a patch first and then it makes its way over to the English servers, or are they going to do everything all at once?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think it just really calls into concern. I mean, I guess it's a little bit of concern just because, this team hasn't really done it. And maybe they do have some MMO people on there. I don't know. Maybe they got people.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, even from the beta, though, the whole thing with the mounts caught me off guard.
They fixed that. Thank God. They fixed that. Yeah,
but the fact that it was the fact that it was there, that you could hop on a mount, but it would only last for, was it a minute?
I think it was less. I swear to God, it was less than a minute. It was so useless. It was so useless.
Freaking useless, bro.
For anyone who doesn't know, basically in the beta, when you unlock the ability to ride a mount, there was a thing called mount energy. So as you were using your mount, you would lose mount energy, and once you ran out of energy, you couldn't ride your mount anymore, which is kind of okay, whatever. The problem that I had was that even if you weren't moving, you were just on your mount but not moving, you would still lose energy. How is that fair?
And there was no way to really you
had to go back to town to get it back.
Part. Yeah. It was just
I'm well, I'm gonna hoof it. I'm just gonna hoof it now. So so dumb. Anyways, they fixed it. They fixed that. So
that's the good thing. That is fixed.
But yeah, so I was gonna say I'm really used to mobile games. So for example, Bang Dream, I guess, or what is it? Project
D4 DJ or
D4 DJ, whatever. Well, I'm probably these all music games, but I'm really familiar with the Japanese versions of those games having a slightly different content release schedule. Then it eventually makes its way to the English versions, if at all, actually.
Even Nier was like that.
Reincarnation? Yeah.
Reincarnation, yes. Even that was there were collaborations that would come, but it's a whole half a year later or something like that.
Yeah,
Arknights is the
yeah, yeah,
same.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just used to that kind of thing with the mobile games, and like I know Blue Protocol is obviously not a mobile game, but like is it going to be the same? Is it going to happen? Like,
I think it'll be interesting to see if they do play it up in terms of like collaborations or like that, but
oh
actually
yeah,
full patches, like full on.
sure.
I want to say that those would be like on par with each other. Like we'll get
I
them the
think a
same time
good
they'll get them.
I think a good benchmark maybe would be Fantasy Star Online 2, because that has a
That's
buttload of collaborations,
that's
and
true.
I'm not sure if all those collabs make it over to the English servers.
Honestly, that's the best compare. That's probably that's the best comparison because I don't. Yeah, Fantasy Star Online too. Yeah, and it does
Yeah,
have a console release too, and it's
it's a free to play MMO, and
hmm hmm
I think they're not exactly, obviously they're not the same game, but I think they fill a similar niche, I believe, right?
yeah.
It's like an anime action MMO, right?
Yeah, anime, action, character creator, MMO. I mean, essentially.
Yeah, so I think if we look at it PSO2 and like what they're doing and how they handle their content release, and like maybe we can kind of guess at like what might happen with Blue Protocol when it comes out in English. So I think they do get several of the collabs, but not all of the. I mean, I don't play PSO2. I could be wrong.
I mean,
but
me
like,
neither. I
yeah.
don't know. Some of them don't make sense. Some of them are very local, like very Japan, like an energy drink or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just stuff.
Well, was there like a Zone collab?
There probably was a Zone collab.
I'm gonna look it up.
If Zone hasn't
look up.
collabed with an MMO yet, and for everyone listening, like Zone is a energy drink here in Japan, and I don't know is it available around the world? Is Zone?
No, I think it's Japan only. I think it's
Japan only
Kirin Asahi. It's a
really?
Japanese
Oh.
well, yeah. Zone is not owned, but
Bottled, as they say.
Well, it's a brand of
A brand of, yeah.
I'm now looking this up for some dumb reason. I don't really know why I'm doing this.
I mean, they come out with flavors. So the whole thing with Zone is that they are a energy
they have so many
drink.
collabs. Yeah. Did you drink the Chainsaw Man one?
There's a Chainsaw Man one?
Well, there was, yeah.
No, my convenience store stopped carrying Zone. Like they only carry the base Zone now, and then and so for I would say months, I have not seen a new flavor until I went to like a Lawson's or a Family Mart
Did
yesterday,
you try the tea?
and I saw the tea one. I'm afraid to, so I'm still with the teeth. I'm just drinking water.
I'm so distracted, and we're just so good at fucking not even talking about the game anymore. There was a Chainsaw collab, and what else was there? It was a recent one too. I'm on the website, and they're not going to show it, but anyways, it doesn't matter. So Zone is like Asahi or whatever, which is basically a Japanese big ass company that makes food and drink and stuff. But anyways, sorry, PSO2, yeah. So they do a bunch of collabs, and I don't know if we're gonna get like if Blue Protocol follows the same kind of footsteps, where like if it's a free to play MMO, and like how do they generate money? Basically, they got to make money somehow, right?
Well,
you got to keep.
They had a battle pass ish like thing in the beta, like or they were selling.
It was
skins.
like turned off, but like you could kind of see that they were trying to implement something. And my guess was that it's for cosmetics. Like there was a special shop in the beta. I know you don't have footage of this, but you have to like imagine, like for if you're watching or listening. But there was like a certain counter that you could go to in the beta, and they're like, "Hey, look at these cool not costumes, but like look at these clothings your character can wear, but like you could only purchase them with a special currency that like no one really had.
No
in the
one
beta.
had it. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'm guessing that special currency is probably going to be a paid currency, and then that's how they'll monetize the game. By having really cool outfits to wear, you have to pay for them. But I don't think cosmetics can shoulder the burden of server costs itself, plus make a profit. So no. I don't know like how they're gonna make money, and if collabs up the wazoo is gonna like help pay the bills, then like we can accept. Like I can expect that. So hey, PSO2, I'm just looking by the way. So in 2020 they had a Sorta online collab. Looks like in 2019 they had something with I don't know what that is actually, but 2018 it was Monster Hunter Frontier Z, which is a free to play Monster Hunter game. Huh. Yeah, pretty weird. I know there's like a Hatsune Miku thing because it's Sega and
It's
Sega
Sega.
does the Hatsune Miku games, yeah, but that kind of thing. So,
And it looks like they have
um,
a what is this? Hold on, I'm putting my birthday in, but they got a Hollow Live one as well. I don't know if that's
oh,
going on
they did have
now
correct. They did
or
have Live One. Looks like there was a Melty Blood collab, the fighting game. Yeah,
dude, I mean that's really cool that they have
Overlord.
obviously
Yeah, yeah.
embraced the
Sorry.
digital revolution.
Yeah, so and the thing is, holy shit! And I'm getting just I typed in like PSO2 collab, and there was apparently like a Gravity Rush collab at one point as
Wait,
well. That was
really? What?
yeah,
That's actually pretty cool.
yeah.
How so is sorry. Is
Oh, it's
is
Gravity Days, Gravity Rush. Yeah, it's a Gravity Rush. Yeah, it's called Gravity Rush in English. Yeah.
is this PSO? Is this actually the metaverse for Sega? Were they sitting on the metaverse?
Oh,
Their
with all the
version of the
collab.
metaverse?
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know
Are
if
they?
it's like
This is
it is
crazy.
kind of like Fortnite level in terms of just
Yeah,
stupid collabs.
because
Yeah,
like
it's
the
true.
characters themselves are actually in like I'm looking at this Hollow Live one, and there's like they're in the like I guess you get the assets and you can just like straight up make they look
Yeah, you can
strange
like
to me. They
make your
always look
character.
strange to me,
Yeah.
and
Oh no, yeah.
their character creators funky looking, but hey, everyone's got a thing.
It does look terrible. Oh, like Ina looks like a doll. It's terrifying. It
They
looks so
always
bad.
they look
Yeah.
like dolls. They look the Dolphy dolls or whatever.
I don't think those things are so spooky, dude. Have you seen them in real life?
I went to the shop. Oh man, I wish I could pull up a picture
Yeah,
of it.
I
I
went
went to
to
the
I think
full
it was in
one.
Yokohama maybe where I went to one of the Dolphy stores.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone know what we're talking about? No. There's like a
Does
how do you
anyone know what we're
explain
talking about? No.
how would you explain Dolphy to like a
I'm gonna look at up a picture really quick because I went to one last like the store in Akihabara last
uh-huh.
year, and it was my first time actually seeing one
Like in person?
in person. Yeah, I usually didn't. I've never seen them in person,
So
and it
they're
was an
like
experience.
really big, expensive dolls, I guess. I don't know if that's doing it justice, but
No, that's
they're like
doing it.
expensive and they're pretty big and they're usually like licensed. So it's like a Hatsune Miku Dolphy or like there was a Yoshitola from FF14 Dolphy like 2 years ago or something like that.
Here we
And
go. These are
yeah,
I think these are just like the fake characters,
oh yeah,
Saber
yeah.
and stuff. But these
Yeah,
things
there you
are
go. There
as
you go.
tall
Yeah.
as a small child,
They're
if
really
not taller.
big.
Some of them, yeah, and they cost was it like $1,700
So much
ish,
money.
like
So much money. Yeah.
and it's just like I can't invest in this.
I
But
don't know who.
if you have it comes with the freaking cape like that what do you call it banner
Like
this
the
flag banner.
mantle.
Yeah, this flag banner she's
Oh, the
holding, like
flag. Yeah.
this is part of it. It doesn't just stop with the doll itself. Like freaking,
Yeah, and it's like legit quality. Like
it's legit quality. Yeah,
the clothes are like you could wear them if you were that size.
that
Like
hair is straight up hair you would put on a wig. I mean, it's a wig.
it's a wig.
Hair.
It's basically
It's
it
a
is a
wig.
wig. It is a
It's
wig.
basically a
Yeah, it's a
wig.
wig. Yeah, yeah,
So you're buying a mini android humanoid
yeah.
thing.
And they just have like the big ass doll eyes.
They
Anyways,
don't, but
sorry.
they don't
Yeah,
look creepy.
PSO2 characters like look like these basically. Yeah.
They basically are. Maybe they designed them like that, and then yet there is no. I don't think there is a collaboration with Dolphys. Probably they probably
Dolphins are so weird, man. Like they're so
they're weird.
expensive. Like I don't.
I never want to. I don't want. If I was really rich and I just didn't care, and I could get me like a Hatsune Miku or something, sure. You know what?
You would
I
have
wouldn't.
if you had the
I
money, you
would.
would buy a Dolphy.
I
You
would.
would
You
buy a
know what? I
Dolphy.
wouldn't stop. I wouldn't stop because I saw it there, and I don't think I took a picture of it. But they had all the Vocaloids together, and you just look like they're in a unit. You just put it right there, and then
And if
have
you had the money, you would buy all of them and like
yeah. Put a light down. Put a light shining on them. Have that music always playing like Vocaloid music from them, and then when anyone walks in, it's like a concert.
you would just have that in your house.
Have it there. That's a whole room. It's not even part of the house. It's a whole room. That's its own room. That's the
So
shrine. That's the
all
Vocaloid
right.
sanctuary.
Yeah, no, sure. Yeah,
So
anyways,
it's
they're
like
like expensive as balls. They're like really
it's like
expensive.
10K just for the figures alone, not to mention anything else.
Yeah,
But
and they
anyways,
come in a crate, I bet, and then you fucking like imagine like shipping that or like on an airplane and they, like scan it and they just see the shape of a human in the
someone
wooden
probably
crate.
goes home. Like in Japan, someone buys them and probably has to go on they deliver them, but there might be someone who's like, I want to walk out the store with this.
Okay, here's the thing. If you have the money to drop on a Dolphy, I don't think you're taking the train. You're
So,
probably
so my friend and I, we're in like a little bit of a mini Japan life thing here, but my friend and I, we went to Big Camera out it was Yodobashi Camera in Akihabara. We went and bought like a
the big one,
65-inch TV. We don't have we had no car. There was 3 of us. We lugged the TV back home on the train, got off the train, had to walk back to his place 20 minutes up a hill with this 65-inch TV and a sound system.
Sounds dumb.
Never want to do that again. Never want to do it again.
Sounds dumb.
They pay people for that.
Yeah, dude.
People for that. So anyways, I guess we can boot it up for the benchmark, and we'll see how it goes. I have this on medium graphics just because we are streaming, and part of my CPU is being ate up by
OBS.
You
know what? You should have a dual PC setup. You should stream off your Steam Deck.
I should go.
Have you considered installing OBS on your Steam Deck?
Actually, I looked it up. I did look it up, and I was like, "Oh snap! That would be a thing."
By the way, the other Zone collab is Tokyo Revengers.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Was that an actual flavor or just a?
It's called Zone Revenge. Is the Tokyo Revenge collab, and the Chainsaw Man collab was called Zone Blood.
Oh, okay. That one actually sounds pretty good. Maybe a fruit punch or something.
It's probably long gone. I don't think you'd ever probably have a tough time trying to find it. Tokyo Revengers was in December last year, so you could find some remnants. Maybe some stores might have it, but.
So I've got the stress test going. I'm not gonna put it on loop or anything. So once it's done, it's done.
Dude, you're fucking. I'm stressing your PC. I can hear it.
You can see. I can see it when I'm looking at OBS and I'm looking at the sound bars. If they start going like choppy, you're going up and down.
Dude, the benchmark is stressing your PC.
For 1 second, it was like, bro,
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's cool. It's nice to see that they put something out and that for the first time, this is available worldwide. You don't have to have a Bandai Namco account or anything like that.
You
Just
can
go to
download
the website.
it.
Yeah.
Is it in English, by the way? Does the benchmark display English or is it Japanese?
It's just Japanese. Yeah, there is a language option, but it just has Japanese.
It's all the option is one.
I really don't understand it, but it just has Japanese.
The option. Yeah, it's so funny.
It's a fake option. We got it, but
yeah, I mean, one thing that I noticed on the benchmark is just like how damn good the game looks. Like it looks so good.
It looks, and like I said, this is just normal. This is medium graphical
like a medium settings at 1080p. It looks like.
Yeah, and I feel like this game's gonna be able to run anything, like actually anything, WoW level anything.
Well, ideally, you want it to.
I hope.
Okay, here's the thing about free to play MMOs is that because it's free to play, you want the widest possible player base, and like having your game scale up and down is part of that, I believe, right? It's like it's kind of like Fortnite is so successful because you can play Fortnite on a toaster.
You can. Maybe even one of those refrigerators. I mean,
yeah, that's Samsung smart fridge.
Samsung smart fridge.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I'm hoping that they don't have all the screen shake during this combat section. I don't know if that's something a setting they'll have.
You probably turn it off. Probably.
You can probably turn it off. But I mean, honestly, like, it surprised me just how much better the game looks, and that goes for like lighting. It goes for the effects, but the overall art direction was so solidified back then that it still retains. It's like, oh, okay, it looks better, but yeah, it's the same. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
yeah, I mean, like your art direction is set in stone. I believe. I don't think they're not gonna pull a Borderlands and change it, right?
And change it, yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of just refinement, it looks super good. I'm pumped. Like just the benchmark is it looks really good. I'm excited to actually like play the game, get my character made, and whenever this game comes out.
I mean,
we're in the beta. We're supposed to be able to.
We're supposed to be able to one day. I mean, the coolest thing I remember about the game when I was playing the beta was just how chill it was. Like the world, like the overall music was really chill, but there's something about even just like the color palette that they chose that just feels relaxing. From day to night to evening, especially evening looked really beautiful. But it was just like,
I remember when the sun would set. Yeah. Game would look so good. Yeah.
So it's hard to imagine that it like the game now looks even better, and you can just
I,
chill,
I yeah.
just chill.
I don't know. I'm just like I'm really hoping the game does well. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna be received overseas, like in Western audiences, I mean, but like I hope in at least Japan, the home country, it's
It does
people will
well. I
play it,
mean,
yeah.
I think we have some. I don't know. We don't know if this is going to be cross play or not. Like if console is going to be able to interact with the PC version of the game. We do have these large. I think there's 60-person raids where,
They're like
I mean,
raids, yeah.
we didn't. The one that they're showing now is the one we actually played, and it's just there's a little bit of a DPS check in there, but nothing really fancy.
Dude, I remember the raid beta and I didn't turn any of my effects down.
Uh
So like I couldn't see anything because
huh.
there's so many spells going off. I was
It's
like,
just spells
what
upon
is
spells.
happening right now? Yeah.
There's just so many spells. You know
Yeah.
what? You know what this game does remind me of? It's basically Sword Art Online, art
I kind
stylish.
yeah,
It has like a
kind of, yeah.
somewhat anime vibe,
Yeah.
similar to Sword Art Online's designs.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I forgot. Bandai Namco actually makes a sort of online game, so
Oh,
I would expect a collab
you did.
in
Well,
the
I mean,
future.
we
Yeah.
did get that collab with Tails for $21 or whatever. How much did it
Oh, the
cost?
cross collab,
The
yeah, and
cross
then
collab.
there was Tails DLC in the Sword Art Online game, but
Yo,
that game
yo, look at
didn't
this.
nearly do as well. Yeah,
My result is excellent.
pretty good. That means you can play that like
Con-
comfortably. Yeah,
Considering it was stressed with OBS, and we
yeah.
physically saw it, but
Does it
yeah,
show like your average frame time, or it doesn't show that detailed,
it shows your loading time
but not your
and but
average frame rate
not
or
your
anything?
frame rate. No, no, it just
Just
that's about
excellent.
it.
All
It
right.
just excellent, I'm because honestly, I saw if you've played Returnal on PC, I did buy Returnal on PC, and I finally finished my first cycle run. That game
Oh
has a
yeah, cool.
stupid detailed, I mean, stupidly detailed, thorough bench test.
I
Um,
like that though. I like kind of it's interesting to me.
Dude, I was just like, I don't even know what you're talking. I don't even know what they're talking about now. Level.
Like the benchmark for like Hitman 3 is pretty detailed too.
So at least they've got if you want to go and download it, you definitely can go. It is on
It's
their
on the
website.
official website, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the official website.
But
Uh,
it's in Japanese though. You got to navigate a Japanese
you do have
website. You
to
can use Google
navigate.
Translate, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
If you I'll put the link in the video
Video description?
in the description. Yeah, I'll put it in the description
Yeah,
because
he'll put the link below the like button. Wink.
below the like button, if you're liking this video, go ahead and give yourself a like. But it's super simple to actually do. When you get to the website, I
Just
won't
to
even give you
download
this.
it. And then it's like, oh, I agree
Just
to these
download.
terms. Yeah, and then you can
Yeah,
download it.
it's literally a link that says download, and then you go there and you'll just hit a button that says download. But yeah, I'll put it in there so y'all can experience it, or just like look at it and see how it runs on your PC, and just look at the graphics overall, and just that's
There's also a
like.
character creator part of it too, which is fun.
Oh yes, there is. Hold up, I was supposed to do that.
Make a
I
character.
was supposed to make a character. Oh, like I love how on my screen it says, "Whoops, OBS has crashed." I don't know which OBS crashed.
What do you mean which OBS? Like you have
Yeah,
more than one instance?
we're still
Oh, you are
going.
streaming. Yeah, you're still live. You're still
We're
streaming.
still going. So I don't know. You can see on the screen OBS has crashed. I don't know what crash you did, OBS, but
Wait, I don't understand.
stay
Are
with us.
you're still streaming? I don't. Did you have more than one instance of OBS?
Maybe I thought I closed it.
What if you hit yes? Does the whole stream just die?
That is why I can't hit yes. I have to be very, very, very cautious.
It's so funny.
It turns out it's like in the background, like, oh yeah. So I'm booting up the character creator right now. Hopefully it doesn't have any music or anything like that, but it may, I don't know. Just to see kind of like what it's like. I remember when I created my character, it was very simple. There weren't a lot of hairstyles. There was, of course, like color palette
when
and stuff.
yeah, for the beta there wasn't that many like hairstyle options. Yeah.
They've had a full 2 years. Obviously, we're starting off with what's this, male or female.
Right. Danse or Jose.
Yeah, yeah. You get different days, the highlights. Yeah, the shading is actually much better. That is 100% something that's changed. You can actually see them in like night, full night. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
and
zoom
for
in.
the first beta that I was in, I accidentally made two characters for some reason. I don't remember why. I like started playing with a character and then I just like I think I was like, I want to change my character or something, and I just like made a new character.
Oh, get that man. Oh, his clothes are gone.
Oh yeah, just in his underwear.
This is in his underwear.
Yeah, don't
Uh,
get banned on
I
YouTube.
I don't get banned from YouTube. I don't want to be that person. But then of course we've got like face types. You can go like super kid level. I think I was a kid basically. You get an older-ish person. Get yourself a little head, a muscle. I will say it is fairly. I don't want to say limited, but it's fairly simple. So you might see.
It is pretty simple, yeah. I've seen way more detailed character creators. This is relatively simple by comparison. Like you haven't played PSO at all, PSO 2 or anything,
No,
right?
no, that's basically like that Soul Calibur level of
Dude, yeah, it's
way
insane.
too much.
It's pretty nuts. Like there's like a if you play as a female character, there's like so many options just for your boobs. It's like what boob shape do you want? And it's insane. I'm like, wow, holy shit.
Bro,
It's nuts.
OBS is struggling right now.
Yeah, you're dying, man. Like
I'm
you're
not.
absolutely dying.
It looks like we're completely just dying
Oh my god,
on stream.
yeah, it's
It dropped.
insane.
It
It's
dropped.
dropping so many frames.
It's dropping so many frames. I got to turn this off, bro. I gotta turn this off.
What does OBS say for how many frames you've dropped?
You know, it's not even responding. It says 60 FPS solid.
Oh,
Oh, well, before it does crash, let's just get this guy some green hair. We'll make it some actual green hair right there. See if there's can make him. What is this? Change his skin color. Okay, cool. He's getting a little, make him little
it
darker.
changes chin shape.
Chin shape. We've got eye color or eye shape options. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's scary. Of course, you've also got your the outside, the eyelashes or your eyelash options, your pupils. It is honestly, I was hoping for a little bit more, but then again, I guess it is anime style, and
Yep,
everyone
that's
is going to
pretty
be
anime style. Yeah.
everyone's going to be somewhat similar, but have like a little bit of different features to kind of make them their own character. Um, you just going through this. It's simple enough. Get yourself a mole, a little beard. There's two beards, so if you want beard people, they add more beards for you. I wonder if Scarlet Nexus did not have a character creator. What about Code Vein? And then voice. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. As the stream dies. It's just
Yeah, you're fucking. Yeah.
oh,
Sounds like you're dying, man.
I gotta turn it off. I gotta turn this off, chat. People. It's gotta go. Why is this running up more than the beta stress test was? Like the stress test was.
Yeah, like what is pushing? It's pushing your CPU probably. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's not some weird sign that they're gonna have, because here's the thing. Recently we've had this thing where, at least for Koei Tecmo, they have released Wild Hearts and then also for Oolong. Not the best on PC, and I'm worried that
weird issues, yeah.
just really weird, really strange stuff. And I'm hoping that won't be the case with this game. I have a sneaking suspicion that Grand Blue will be fine.
Grand Blue Relink when that comes out.
Yeah, when that comes out this year.
When it comes out, yeah.
When it comes out, I have a feeling for some reason that's going to be okay.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
this one I have no clue. Hopefully it'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully. I want the game to do well. I'm invested in it. Like I like the world. I like how it looks. I like how the characters look. The betas so far that I was in were a lot of fun. Combat was pretty decent. It wasn't. I would say the combat wasn't like the best combat that I've ever played, but it was pretty fun. It was fun to be like just explore the world and get the fights and that kind of stuff. The dungeons at the time, I felt like could have used a little bit of work, so we'll see how that evolves over time. But overall, I'm pretty positive, and I hope whenever we get into the next beta, whenever it comes out, like whenever it is, like we'll get a chance to see how the game is running in a more recent build.
There we go. I did find my footage. I don't know if this is still like working.
Oh yeah, from like 2 years ago or something.
From
right?
2 years ago, yeah. I think this is like an April
2020, yeah, April
2020, yeah,
2020.
April 24th, 2020.
Wait, that was 3 years ago? No, wait, what? That was 3 years ago?
Yeah, and of course, this is what, yeah, and it looked like this.
That
it
was
looked a little bit
3
better,
years
but
ago?
that was
That's
3 years ago.
nuts. That's nuts, dude.
I was gonna like put some music, like put it on, but yeah, this is the beta version of the game, and it does look, even the darn loading screen looks better. I remember this game had some graphic issues as well, like when you loaded it up. With streaming, we couldn't really stream it well, but yeah, this is what it looked like. It's, you can see like it's there, but it's definitely improved upon.
I might have streamed it a little bit, I think. I can't remember. I think I did stream it. I did stream this a little bit, yeah.
I streamed it. It had like a weird issue trying to capture the game.
Oh, did I have an issue? Did you have to run it in like...
You had to run it maybe in windowed or something. Like I had an issue trying to capture it.
I can't remember if I had an issue capturing it or not, but I did stream it, yeah. And I also recorded some footage. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is anymore.
But yeah, this is the game like in actual motion. My pixelated view.
So the cutscenes look really good. I don't know if you have a part in that recording where it is a cutscene, but cutscenes look pretty good.
This is just, that's not a cutscene. I'll see if I can
There
find
was only a
actual
few
cutscene.
cutscenes in the beta. It was when you started the game, and then when you beat like the first dungeon, and then just before the last dungeon in the beta, and then after the final boss of that dungeon.
Yeah, there weren't too many. I don't know if I actually recorded that one. I got disconnected from the server. That's what happened.
Oh, I do remember server problems. Yeah, there was a lot of server problems. Yeah.
Oh man, it's kind of crazy just like going back and looking at it.
It's hard to believe this was 3 years ago, man.
It actually is very hard to believe. Like I said, and like here's this footage of like me just looking, because like at that time it was like, oh man, this looks so good. Oh, it's just literally looking at the sunset.
It does look good. The sunsets looked super good in that game. Yeah,
they really did hone in there. They honed it in. I mean, heck, the textures are low as crap.
Yeah,
it's low as crap, but it looks good, and I guess that's what really is surprising. Everything is carrying over, so just looking forward to that. I'll see if I can find one of the cutscenes. But other than that, yeah, that's Blue Protocol in a nutshell. If you are looking forward to it, keep on looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about it again when we actually get into the beta, whenever that is.
We actually get into the beta. It actually starts whenever that is a good.
It was delayed by months now. Did they announce a new date for it or no? Not yet.
No, the latest thing on their website was actually skipping over news about that and going straight to
the
benchmark. That's it.
You would think that because so one of the features of the benchmark actually is the character creator, and if you make a character, you can save that data, and it'll allow you to import your created character into the game.
Oh, okay.
So with that feature in mind, I'm hoping that kind of means that we're getting at least for us, we're getting the beta and then full release soon after that. But who knows?
Oh yeah, it's good old combat. Good old times. So that's Blue Protocol, and we'll check in back with it when we get some more information about it. Until then, we are gonna at least look at this Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi.
Let's look at the trailer.
Wait, was it Budokai
Tenkaichi?
Bro, there were so many of those games that I just didn't even remember which one was which.
I think the Budokai Tenkaichi series is its own series. Like, there's a lot of Dragon Ball games on PS2. Yeah. But then the Budokai Tenkaichi series is its like own series. It's called Sparking in Japan, I believe. Yeah. So
here we go.
If anyone wants to know why it's called Sparking, it's because it comes from the theme song. Like
Sparking.
Yeah,
it just says out of no random.
He screams sparking for some reason in the theme song, and that's where the sparking comes from. But yeah,
and
it's like sparking. I don't know what that means. Why he said it, but yeah.
But yeah, they started. So this is the first game in 16 years. The last one I believe was still on PS2, and me and my friend, we actually played this, and it was
I played it too. Yeah.
Because I remember it was this one, and then there was the one more Dragon Ball game.
There
on
was the
PS2
other PS2 series that wasn't Budokai Tenkaichi. Do you remember
that
what it
wasn't
was?
as
I want to have to fucking look this up. Like Dragon Ball PS2 game.
I'm actually trying to remember it in my mind. Tenkaichi and well, I don't know. Either way, the game looks good. I mean, what they've shown of it in terms of just like Goku powering up and like the environments and such, it looks nice. This is still coming from Bandai Namco, and I was watching a streamer. I was watching Maximilian Dude talk about this, and looking on the website, there's a high chance because the people who made this game series are the same people who made Jump Force. So it could be that this team and it depends, like how many of the people from like OG staff are still on this title, and if it actually is like, the Jump Force J All Stars team, if this is them. Because if it is, it's gonna be the best cash in, sparkling looking game you've ever seen with, Jump Force gameplay.
Right. All right, so I looked it up real quick. So there was two main series on PS2. One was the Budokai series, like just called Budokai, and that was made by Dimps. And then Budokai Tenkaichi, which is made by Spike.
Spike Chunsoft. Okay. Spike.
I don't think it's Spike Chunsoft. It's just Spike. And then they became Spike Chunsoft. Okay, that's what. Yeah,
okay.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
But Budokai is made by Dimps, and Dimps is known for. What is Dimps known for? Street Fighter 4.
Street Fighter 4, yeah. SF4. Yeah, that's crazy.
Soul Calibur 6, apparently?
I don't hate...
Soul Calibur 6.
Wait, Dimps, are you talking about for... Spike?
Dimps.
Okay, I was going to say, like, I was like, man,
Soul Cal 6, that's a Dimps. And then Spike is Spike Chunsoft. Well, now there's Spike Chunsoft, so...
I hope I spelled that right. But yeah, I honestly, outside of this game, of course, we have Dragon Ball Fighters, and that is getting another balance update patch. Which is shocking. I won't lie, but
this game is a little old, but it's good to see.
It's 5 years old apparently.
Yeah, almost as old as the fucking Blue Protocol beta. But like, yeah, no, it's good to see that ArcSys is still supporting their game. I mean, I love that. I love to see that, because I think if they know that if there's a scene and they have players for it, they want to like make sure that game is running well and supported and everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of supported ArcSys, Blaze Blue, when are you making a new one?
I don't know if they'll ever go back to Blaze Blue. That's the weirdest thing. Because we've got them leasing their stuff out to, we've got Grand Blue, got DNF Duel, and then of course we've got Guilty Gear.
Yeah. They made Blaze Blue because they lost Guilty Gear, but they have Guilty Gear back, so like.
And they're probably like, we don't ever need to do. I don't know. Like, do they not need to do their biggest anime game? Like, that's a good question. Or is it just they feel it's too similar to Guilty Gear?
It is similar to Guilty Gear.
Basically, like Ragna is Soul.
Yeah,
move-wise.
I mean, Blaze Blue is similar to Guilty Gear on purpose because at the time I believe they couldn't make Guilty Gear games, so they're like, oh, we want to make a new fighter like Guilty Gear, and then now they can make Guilty Gear. So like, where does that put Blaze Blue? Right?
Where does that put it? That's a good question. Honestly, I would love to hear someone ask that. I don't know if anyone's asked them that. I'm sure someone has, but
where's
Blaze Blue?
It might just go like on ice for a while because like Guilty Gear was on ice for a while, right?
Yeah. But I feel like we're at the point where they should make a new one. Like
the last one technically was
Crosstag, which was when 2017, 18. Like when is Crosstag?
2018 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's time if they're gonna do something.
Or just Crosstag 2. That's all they do now.
Honestly, that would be fine. That just solves.
I mean, Crosstag was fun because it was like all of like it was kind of like the Smash Bros of 2D fighters, like 2D anime fighters, right? Because it was BB and Persona 4 and Melty Blood. I want to say maybe.
Yeah, Melty's been there. Melter's that OG, the originator.
Like, did it have Melty Blood characters in it?
Oh, did it have
Yeah,
cross?
yeah, cross tag.
It was wasn't it just Ruby, Persona?
Let's fucking look this up now. Blaze Blue, Persona 4, Under Night in Birth, Ruby, Arcana Heart, Senran Kagura, and Akatsuki, which I don't really know what that is, but
So I guess not, but not. Yes, no, it's somewhat, because isn't Under Night just another? Isn't that Type Moon? Is that Type Moon still?
I think it is Type Moon.
So they have Type
Uh,
Moon. We'll just say it's Type Moon.
oh
We'll lump
no,
them.
it's French bread. I'm not making that up. It's French bread. I'm not
Why
shitting
would you
with
name
you.
your company French Bread?
I don't know, because baguettes are awesome, dude. I
People,
don't know. That's
people
why.
look up French bread. Are they going to get your company? No, they're going to get French bread. They're going to get French bread. Low
Yeah,
key.
so yeah, so it's Under Night. Persona 4 makes sense because that was the Arxis fighter.
Right.
Arcana
Yeah.
Heart is just one guest character. It's Heart, and then for Senran Kagura, it's one guest character. It's Yumi. And then for Ruby was like out of nowhere, man. I was like,
Ruby was out of nowhere, but I think because of that, like Ruby now is still just like freaking. Every time I look at it, I don't know how to get into it, but it's still going. I think Volume 9 is about to come out, and people are, it's got its fans.
yeah, people love Ruby, man. It's got a fan base.
It has a very dedicated following. So
Like, should I get into Ruby? I've asked myself that like multiple times. Like, should I
yeah,
watch
if you
Ruby?
can get past, I guess if you can get past the, I don't know, there aren't Japanese dubs, right?
I think
because
there might be. Ruby has a weird Japanese like fan base. I went to a bookstore.
Because it is an American.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to a bookstore like years ago and seeing translated like Ruby manga. So that's like, that was crazy to see, honestly.
I couldn't get past that voice act, and the
you
low,
only watch it if it was a Japanese. What are you saying?
And the low CG quality that was happening. That series is all CG.
You're throwing shade. You're throwing
it's
shade
all
now.
CG. Yo, y'all come at me. Y'all Ruby fans, come at me. Let me know. Tell me right now that CG quality in the first part ain't low as heck, man. Look, my boy Monty owned Slaved, and he made it. Rest his soul. Rest in peace, my man.
Oh my
but
god.
That original stuff he did, I gotta say, it looked better than It looked better. It's smoother.
That's savage. By the way, I do believe there is a Japanese dub. So if you're a bizarro, weird anime purist and you want to watch,
and you want to go the opposite of the actual,
yeah,
language.
you want to watch an English, series dubbed in Japanese, then yeah, you can watch it in Japanese if you want to.
Dude, it's about as weird as when I was trying out Wulong, and it's a game made by a Japanese developer set in China.
Right.
And
they're speaking Japanese.
And I put it in Japanese. And I was like, this just isn't right. So then I put it then I put it in Chinese, and I'm like, while I'm fighting, I can't read the subtitles. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm in English again.
I noticed this is a thing that I picked up recently, kind of, because so for example, I was playing Ease. I've been playing Ease. I was streaming it last week, and I'm playing with Japanese voices, but with English subtitles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the cutscenes obviously are subtitled. But when you're in a dungeon, there's like quips from your party members, and those aren't subtitled or like dubbed. And this isn't the first game that I've experienced that had this, but like I never realized it. So forget you're in a dungeon, and if you run past the treasure box, someone in your party will quip, and they'll be like, takarabako. But that's not like subtitled. And if you don't speak Japanese, you
won't know. Hey, it's a treasure box.
You won't know what they're saying.
Look at that.
And you're just like, oh, I think it means treasure box because they always say that when there is a treasure box. But it could be anything, honestly. It could be like, oh, shiny thing, or like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
no. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't realize it until
you speak both languages.
Until you speak both languages, where it's probably always been like that, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know.
For certain games, I would say. I don't know about more localized games. Maybe they remove it. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. That was about it. That's all I had. I don't have much else. I think probably next week I might give some thoughts on my Breath of the Wild. I started.
Oh yeah, you're streaming
my first ever Zelda. Being cognizant of what I'm doing. I'm trying to soften the blow. I had someone come in who was like, and they were real cool. Everyone who came in the stream, who followed, they were really nice. They're like, yeah, I got 7,000 hours in this game. I'm like, huh?
It's a lot. Holy shit.
7,000.
Wait, what do you mean? Isn't this a single player game? Like, what? Yeah.
What do you do in this game? Look, All I know is people love this game. They're hooked. They're like drug addicted level hooked. And I don't know how on earth I'm sitting. I'm having fun. I'll
Did
say
that
it now. I'm
scare
having fun,
you?
but
Did that scare you? Because they're like, what if I was like, dude, you gotta play Persona 5. I'm 7 hours in so far. like, what would you do?
I tell you no. I tell you no. Anyways, where can they find you on Twitch or follow you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/root24. I'm playing Power Wash this week because I'm gonna pick out the FF7 DLC.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
saw that happening on
yeah, I'm
stream.
excited. I'm excited.
Somebody was. There's a lot of dirty things in there. There's a lot of dirty stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dirty things. I'm just saying.
Sure.
Man.
All right,
You
yeah.
gotta do some. You gotta clean it up. You gotta clean it up.
I will.
and you can follow me at Ninja Trickster on Twitch. Currently streaming Oolong and yeah, Breath of the Wild on the weekends. Finished up Resident Evil Village and the DLC, which I never want to play that again.
You never want to play Resident Evil again, or
I
like,
don't want
what
to
do you
play. I
mean?
don't want to play it again. At least Village or the DLC because I had
Do
too
you
many
hate
jumps.
that game? Like,
No,
what
I
happened?
loved it. I loved it. I loved parts of it, and the DLC was a lot of fun, but I was scared literally to the point I was sweating
Oh man.
at one
Speaking of
point. And I was
scary,
like,
I think like
nah.
the new what's it called? The new Fatal Frame's coming out. So,
Oh, okay.
well,
I'll
new old rather, but yeah.
I'll pass on that. I'm
You-
good with the
okay.
horror. I'm good with the
Alright.
horror stuff now. I'm good with horror stuff.
All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, that'll do it for us this week. We hope that you enjoyed the stream and or video and or if you're listening, to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google Play, any of those places. Go ahead, leave us a 5-star review and follow us on YouTube where you can actually see our faces where we put up some other content. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about us, and that's all I got. I'm out.
Peace.
Peace. Go be happy humans.
Yeah. Go. You're free now. Until next week.
You're free. Be free.
All right. Peace. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.